Good morning, friends and family. My name's Sibo. Um, I want to read to you today from Genesis 28 until Genesis 31. And today we'll be talking about how wise are you. And God blessed them all and said, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and govern it, reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." Then God said, "Look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth, and all the fruit trees of your food for your food. And I have given every green plant as food for all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, the small animals that scurry along the ground, everything that has life." And that is what happened. Then God looked over all he had made and saw that it was very good. Now, when I read this and I read "be fruitful and multiply," initially I thought, okay, that means bearing children, raising them up, and filling up the world with, populating the world. And that's not wrong. That is, pretty much the most understood meaning of that phrase: be fruitful and multiply. And then I was taking a walk looking at the trees and thinking about how beautiful they are. And the trees are a source of our oxygen, a source of food. They're a source of a place to stay for some people as well as some animals. They give shelter. They are, even if they don't bear fruit, they're still useful. Even the ones that get chopped down, that get turned into something that is useful: fire to keep you warm, your cutleries, wooden spoons, for example, furniture like your wooden chairs and tables. They get turned into something useful, so they're always fruitful. The twigs, they get used to furnish the bird's nest, or to make the bird's nest. So trees are always useful. And I felt a connection with the trees and with what God is saying, telling us to do, to be fruitful and multiply. Now, how are we fruitful apart from giving birth to children and populating the world? We are fruitful by sharing wisdom. Now, if you take a tree and it bears fruit, the tree doesn't eat its own fruit, even though when the fruit falls it does provide it with nutrients and fertilization, and it can continue to grow that way. But the fruit of those trees are nourishment for people, animals, insects. That's the same with wisdom. That's the same with intelligence. When you go to school and you study and you decide you want to become, an example, a doctor, now you're going to go and do all of those years doing your PhD, become a doctor, but it means nothing if you don't use it, if you don't use your skills to help somebody. Those skills that you've learned, that wisdom has branched out and is now being useful to other people. It's branched out, it's helping heal, cure, help other people. It is useless if you grow into that beautiful tree and keep it all to yourself. If you don't go out there and start practicing being a doctor, practicing those skills that you've learned, even if you've studied the skills and you don't become a doctor, but you still use those skills, you know what to do. You can still give a bit of advice for somebody, for a friend. You can still help. If someone's cut their foot, you'll know what to do. If someone's got a headache, you'll know. So even if you don't actually go out there and become a doctor, a medical doctor in the hospital, you can still use those skills in different ways. Now, for the doctors out there, or all those people who've practiced being to be a doctor, a medical doctor, if you haven't qualified, then your skills have not gone to waste, because there's people out there who still need you, people in third world countries that you can still help. There's you have a lot of knowledge, go and you can teach other people, go and become a teacher, just transfer that knowledge into something else, and still bear fruit, and multiply. And I'm sorry for I've got nothing against doctors. I love doctors, and doctors have helped me all my life. I mean, I was delivered by a doctor, and the doctor delivered my children and helped me with my health growing up. So it's just an example. But being fruitful is also sharing our skills, our wisdom, what we know, caring for others, what we can do, just being fruitful and multiplying, because those things, when you go and help somebody, you transfer something onto them that will make them want to go and help someone else, because they remember what you've done for them, ideally. But if they don't, you have still done your part. You've gone and you've multiplied it. If someone doesn't like a fruit that you've given them, they throw it away. That's fine. But you still got lots of fruit left. You're still producing. You're still bearing fruit, and you're still multiplying. I hope this helps somebody. It's something that I just thought of, and that's something that I just thought I would share. The connection between humans and the trees. The trees are very useful to us in our community, and we have a lot to learn from them. We can be as useful as well. We are here to govern them, but doesn't mean that we can't learn from them. We just need to just grow within ourselves and understand what our fruit is, and what we are asked to do, and the best way to do that is just to read the Bible, follow God's words, and just continue to love each other, and be fruitful and multiply. Thank you guys for viewing this, and until next time. I did make an introduction video about myself, my background, so if you want to know about that, then you can look for it. It's on the same channel, but it's called, you'll see it called Introduction. That's what I've called it anyway. So I hope you enjoy it. Good morning.